Power for champion. Yo, dub Terminator.
Champ, champion, champ, champ.
Yo, listening.
Yeah, no matter where we go, now what we do, we run the place, that's what we do. So there can be no substitute for your champion. Tell them we are champion. No matter where we go, now what we do, we run the place, that's what we do. So there can be no substitute for your champion.
EJ Boxing Live here with Zav from Neasden Box Club, IQ Boxing Club. Zav, great news. We heard you've just received from the British Board of Control your pro license. Tell us what happened and tell us the journey.
The journey. This has been a dream of mine since I was 19. My uncle got me into boxing. Told me all the fighters to study, and he said he wasn't interested in getting involved in boxing unless I had my own club. And today just feels like a major achievement to be here. I didn't get it the first time 3 years ago. Went away. Got my own club. I wanted to develop my fighters, and I wanted to keep my boxers. And I spent so many years with them in the amateurs. I didn't want to lose them when they turned pro. So that was the reason why I wanted to get my pro license. And today's the day. It feels good.
Yeah, man. I mean, the last journey you went there, they packed you up, said you haven't got enough experience. So what changed today? What was said? Did anything change different, or did you change, or?
He definitely remembered me.
Okay.
But a lot has happened since the last time I saw him. I've been involved in a lot more major tournaments, international duty as well. I've had some boxers in Denmark, Germany. I think that helped to carry a lot of weight. They asked me a lot of specific questions regarding pro boxing, about weights, contracts, what you need in the corner and so on and so forth. It was difficult. As you walk in there, you do feel under pressure. It was hard to remember. I mean, you got to revise, you got to know your stuff, but sometimes when you get in a situation, you kind of forget. But I had some triggers in my mind. When my mind goes blank, then just think about that, and then it'll come back to you. It said that I got it by the skin of my teeth.
Well, you made you work, is that what?
You work for it today, you work for it.
And the thing is, when we were going up there, we was thinking, maybe not. But you know what, in my heart, when we were going up there, because we've also went to the media workout, Kelbrook, and then when we was coming, I knew you was gonna get it. I said, there's no way, because you've got put a lot of work in some of these youngsters, and a lot of them was ready to turn pro, and it weren't gonna be. You couldn't do another 3 years again, So, congratulations.
I'll say thanks to obviously my uncle.
That's enough.
Respect to him for believing that this could be done. And obviously Nick, the other head coach here, who's been on this journey with me, and Don Charles. He's been a great mentor. Learned a lot from him, and obviously now hoping to start a new journey.
So what's next? So how's this journey going to start now? You have your license. So what's that next? You got a couple guys in the tournaments. Tell people about the tournaments and tell us how you're going to get to the point where we're going to start. Conveyor the guys into the pros. So tell me how that's going to work. Tell us the tournaments.
Before this meeting today, I've already got an idea of exactly what it is I want to do. This journey is going to be a lot different now. It's a reality now. Whereas yesterday it was a thought, a dream. I like the way Emmanuel Stewart went about his business. Brought up his boxers through the amateur system and then eventually turned them pro, which is exactly what I want to do. I want to stay in amateur boxing for maybe another 12 to 18 months maximum, and I've got, I'd say, about 2 or 3 who will be ready by then. Next 12 to 18 months, and then after that, if the coaches here feel they're ready to make that transition, then they can just send them on to me. It's supposed to be like a filter system, and that's how I want it to work. About the journey, so what I'll be doing now is looking at the boxers carefully. We've got some major tournaments coming up to challenge one's going to be in an eliminator belt, the other one's going for a Southern area title on England boxing. I've got quite a few in the development tournament, also September. It's going to be a busy month, and after that I've got to prepare them for the senior or the elite championships in February, March. This will probably be my last Box Cup tournament, so I'm going to have as many as I possibly can in that tournament. And then I think the year after, I'll be looking to have my first pro.
Which guys in the gym, like, because I know Alex and maybe Yusuf, Bobby.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, depending on what they want to do in the amateurs, you know, some of them are a little bit more senior, a little bit older. So, I've already laid out a path for all of them, to be honest with you. It's just about them achieving the goals and then moving on to the next step. So, you know, boxers like, TJ, who was my first boxer, just recovering from injury. I don't think he'll be spending more than another year in amateurs. You said maybe another couple of years. Same with Bobby Woods in a couple of years. Another senior boxer, I've got Dennis. I mean, he's in a development tournament this year and he'll be going to the league next year. He'll probably turn pro after that. There's quite a few addicts as well. This guy's funny little name in the little tag. Too Sweet.
Too Sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I think maybe another year and a half, 2 years for him as well. So there's quite a few. Adrian Redmond, another one. I mean, at the moment there's too many to name.
Yeah, there is.
They're all going to turn over at different stages, so I've just got to have a plan where I'm going to be able to have to manage all of them.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, so tell the people listening. So from the amateurs, how are you you need a promoter? So you maybe work with Goodwin, Dove Promotions. Is that going to work? It's usually associated with them, but they have a promotional thing, and basically you just bring your fighters on that. That's what's going to happen. So you can at some point you're going to have to talk to some of the other promoters. Don't know help that with. I think Don.
Yeah, well, we'll be sitting down and talking to them about that sort of thing as well. But at the moment, my focus on this has to be
amateurs.
These major tournaments that are coming up. I can't afford to, take my eye off the ball. These are big tournaments for these guys here, and they work very hard for it. So, I want to.
When I come here, I was actually thinking I'm going to see a party, but nothing's changed. You're just like, I got my license. Back to normal. It's like, no champagne, nothing. It's like, I got my license. Especially after this thing last year, like, you've relieved and that. But like you said, you keep your eye on the ball. You've got other things. You've got these guys. You've got to prepare these guys in a minute. They've got some sparring coming on. And it's like, this keeps going, You just tick down the boxes and keep moving, isn't it?
Yeah, good question. I mean, as soon as I walked out that meeting, it was almost like, the pressure was how many people are actually depending on me to get it. Because it's something that we spoke about for the last 4 or 5 years. I've said to them, you need to stay in amateurs for as long as possible because you'll be a better pro. So I've had to gain that trust from them, and for me to fall at the final hurdle, it wouldn't have looked good.
No.
So I felt that pressure going in there. It's almost like, well, you said you were going to be able to deliver this, and then if I couldn't, I wouldn't have felt good. So, it was an important day today, a very important day, especially for everybody involved with Neasden and IQ, coaches as well, because some of them are going to be looking to try and turn pro eventually as well. And at least now I can tell them, prepare them for that meeting, because that meeting's no joke.
Come this time next year, the club will be a completely different club. I mean, you have amateurs and you have pros mixing with each other. Different thing, money different, and. You know what I mean? So, hey, big things for the club. Anything you want to say to supporters of Neasden Boxing Club?
Yeah, I mean, the gym's just growing all the time. The guys that are, at the early stage of their career, just work hard. The coaches will take notice of you eventually. Obviously, the more seniors, have to be looked at because they've made major tournaments, but you have to do exactly what they've done. You've got to work your way up that ladder, as we all do in boxing. Everything is a process and a stage, and you have to work your way up the ladder until you get there. So, I'm feeling good about next year, definitely.
Absolutely. All right, man. Zab, hard-working guy. You go back to what you got to get to. Yeah. Got Triple G press conferences this week. Got undercard press conference, weigh-in. So I'm sure you'll probably see you around at once.
I'll be there. I want to be involved in that mix because obviously that's going to be my world now. So
it's good to negotiate. It's not negotiate, network with them guys. Alright, Zab, man. Thanks for the interview, and we'll talk again. No problem. Take care. Bye.
That's what we do, so there can be no substitute. Be a champion, tell them who your champion. You want a job done, give me the contracts. I'll send a full face first on the canvas. I'm so deadly, call me Anthrax. Ready for whatever, link me if you got my contacts. Tonight is gonna be a showdown. Spread the word, tell it to the whole town. Since they're asking, let me give you a lowdown. The contender go get thrown down. Yeah, no matter where we go now, what we do, we run the place, that's what we do. So there can be no substitute for your champion. Tell them we are champion. No matter where we go now, what we do, we run the place, that's what we do. So there can be no substitute for your champion. Tell them we are champion.
Me, I'm the champion, the lyrical my title. Me full of punch and my lyrics and my rhymes bite you. Ears listen clean, don't let me blindside you. Cause me we a head revelation like Bible. As a champion, many hear some like you. Cause them see you as a threat, so them try fight you. Me know I kill them when the fans them highlight you. Me burn haters, literally highlight you. Enough of them want face it, but them not try. Cause me lyrics them scary like a sci-fi. Me made span another level, yeah me grand sky. You want reach to, well I let that go and try. Can't see you where your head, you know, futuristic. Me no understand your lines, them you need to fix it. Me write the verse about 10 years from now, so you will understand about 10 years from now. A champion.
No matter where we go now, what we do, we run the place, that's what we do. So there can be no substitute for your champion. Tell them we are champion. No matter where we go now, what we do, we run the place, that's what we do. So there can be no substitute for your champion. Tell them we are champion. Yeah, man a champion no matter the task. So before you know it, I'ma be on top of the charts. Regardless of haters who pass a lot of remarks, me see you smooth like this weight on the top of me class. Them feel know we a champ from birth. A long